Hello everyone, on this lesson we're going to look at impulse. We're going to start with a definition. The definition says impulse is the product of the force and the time this force is applied. Okay, what are they saying? They're saying it's the product, meaning that you multiply the force and the time. When you look at the net force formula, it says net force is equal to change in momentum over change in time. If we take this time and multiply it here, then we have the product of the net force and the time it takes. So what do they mean? When you apply a force on an object, the longer you apply the force, the less impact it will have. And also another thing is that this is impulse. Do you notice that it's also the same as change in momentum? So impulse is the same as change in momentum. So in some questions they're going to ask you to calculate impulse, but they will not give you the force and they will not give you the time. When you look at the question, you find that they've given you the initial velocity and the final velocity. Then we'll calculate the change in momentum and know that change in momentum is the same as the impulse. So that's why impulse has, it's like just like momentum, it doesn't have its specific unit. So the units for impulse is Newton second or kilogram meter per second. Let's look at an example. It says a 57-gram tennis ball is thrown upwards and then hits with a racket. They throw the ball up and then they hit it with a racket. The moment it comes to rest at the top of its upward motion. When you throw something up, it will move up. It will stop somewhere before it comes down. So when they throw this tennis ball, they throw it up. When it moves, at that point where it stops, then they hit it with a racket. Now the racket exerts a force of 4.2 times 10 to the power 2 newtons on the ball for 4.5 seconds. Now when you have a ball being thrown up, it will get there and then it stops. Then the racket here hits the ball. You are not going to choose going up and down because that's not the motion that they threw it up, it stopped, and then the racket hit it like that. So when you choose direction, you are going to choose away from the racket or towards the racket. You're not going to choose up and down. Let's do that. Right, we chose positive away from the racket. So if the ball is moving away from the racket, then that velocity will be positive, or the force or whatever, as long as it's moving away from the racket. And then the mass of the tennis ball is 557 grams. You remember in this section that you must have kilograms. So it's divided by 1,000. It will be 0.57 kilograms. Right, and then the force, they say the force is exerted by the racket. So the force will be positive because the racket is exerting the force away from the racket. It's 4.2 times 10 to the power 2 newtons, and then change in time. It's 4.5 seconds. The question says calculate the impulse transferred to the ball in this time. Formula for impulse is net force multiplied by change in time is equals to impulse. Right, the net force is 4.2 times 10 to the power 2 multiplied by time. Change in time is 4.5 seconds is equals to impulse. I should have started by writing impulse. Okay, so impulse is equals to, let's multiply that out, get that it's 1.89 newtons second. Now our answer is positive, so it means the force, the impulse is away from the racket. So your answer must have away. So this is how much impulse the tennis ball will feel. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.